Looks like everyone is a victim of cancel culture these days, with some of the most common affectees being Andrew Tate sympathizers. However, did you know that an aspiring, young politician has been suspended for just liking and sharing such patriarchal, misogynistic posts on Twitter? Hey there YouTube fam, welcome back to another exciting episode of Hot Takes and Breaking News. I'm your host, and today we have a scandal brewing in the world of politics. Strap yourselves in, because this story involves social media, influencers, conspiracy theories, and a suspended teenage Tory council candidate. So grab your popcorn and get ready for the drama. Let's dive right in. Our story takes us to the town of Long Eaton, where the excitement of the upcoming local elections is in the air. Among the candidates, one young face captured everyone's attention. Meet Paris Coulson, a bright-eyed 19-year-old with a passion for politics and a desire to make a difference in his community. Paris was all set to make his mark on the council, but wait for it, the Tory party has decided to give him the boot just days before the polling day. Why, you ask? Well, it turns out Paris liked a few controversial tweets by none other than the top G himself. Now, we all know that Twitter can be a wild place. From racism to verbal abuse, people often get away with these things on this platform. But even if they do get banned, they create a new account and come back on the platform. But what Paris did on Twitter upset his followers and his party's representatives. He liked some highly controversial and questionable tweets, and this action seriously impacted his political image and reputation. One of the tweets that caught the party's attention was from none other than the infamous Andrew Tate. Now, if you're not familiar with Andrew Tate, let me give you a brief introduction. He's a toxic influencer who's currently under house arrest in Romania on suspicion of human trafficking and organized crime. Yikes. That's definitely not the kind of company you want to be associated with, right? But hold on folks, the drama doesn't end there. Paris also came to the defense of a YouTuber named Hamza Ahmed. Now Hamza is quite the character. He offers an online course for the hefty price of £400, promising to help men feel ready to dominate. Sounds like something straight out of a superhero movie, doesn't it? But seriously guys, let's leave the dominating to the superheroes, shall we? When men dominate in real life, they become abusive and toxic, and that's what people think of influencers like Andrew Tate and Hamza Ahmed. People think that they are brainwashing their followers by feeding them toxic masculinity and patriarchy. People like Tate and Ahmed keep preaching about being an alpha male and how to be dominant, especially around women. Considering their stance against women and their patriarchal nature, they often get into trouble with feminists, media houses like BBC, social media platforms, and even governments. Now, coming back to Paris, prepare yourselves for the cherry on top of this controversial cake. In December, Paris posted a false conspiracy theory on social media, and I don't know about you, but I find it hilarious. He suggested that the COVID-19 vaccine had caused a string of sudden deaths. Now don't get me wrong, I'm all for freedom of speech, but spreading baseless conspiracy theories? That's a big no-no in my book. Especially if you're someone who wants to be a politician and a public representative, you've got to check your words and social media activities. One wrong step can cause irreversible damage to your reputation. Unsurprisingly, Maggie Thrupp, the Tory vaccines minister and also Paris's local MP, didn't hold back on her thoughts. She called Paris's comments wholly unacceptable. Ouch, that's gotta sting. But Paris wasn't going to take it lying down. He fired back, claiming that his freedom of speech is being stamped on by the Conservative Party. Drama, drama, drama. It's like a political soap opera unfolding right before our eyes. Things would have resolved in a much more peaceful manner if Paris just played down his actions and low-key apologized for his likes and posts. But defending his actions in the name of freedom of speech forced his party to take serious actions against him, including suspending him. Looks like a proper top G move from him. Unfortunately, it's not a good time to be a top G political leader. Now here's where things take an interesting turn. Despite the suspension, it's too late to remove Paris from the ballot, so if he manages to secure enough votes, he'll still sit on the council, but as an independent candidate. Talk about plot twists. Will he be able to rise above the controversy and gain the trust of voters? Only time will tell. Of course, the opposition party, Labour, didn't waste any time jumping on this controversy. Shabana Mahmood, Labour's national campaign coordinator, had some strong words to say. She stated, and I quote, "It is worrying that someone espousing these kinds of views would ever be deemed suitable in the first place. Burn." The spotlight is definitely on the Conservative Party and its vetting procedures, or the lack of it. One person's views can seriously damage the party's image, and the Conservative Party's representatives know that very well. And you know what's even more concerning? The fact that this controversy highlights a lack of proper vetting procedures within the party. I mean, seriously, how did Paris manage to slip through the cracks? It's clear that the Conservative Party is definitely in hot water over this one. Heads may be rolling, and procedures may be changing after this fiasco. They soon have to issue a clarification and give the electoral ticket to a candidate who is more sane and responsible with his words and actions. But let's not forget about Paris himself. In a statement addressing his suspension, he acknowledged that some of the comments he made on social media were from his younger years when he was just 16. Now folks, I don't know about you, but when I was 16, I was still figuring out how to tie my shoelaces properly, let alone navigating the treacherous waters of social media. Nevertheless, Paris expressed his disappointment with the decision and claimed that all he did was echo the thoughts of millions across the nation. Well, Paris, if millions of people are into toxic influencers and false conspiracy theories, we might have a bigger problem on our hands than we thought. In response to the situation, the Airwash Conservative Association is not taking this lightly. Councillor Tony King, chairman of Airwash Conservatives, announced that a full disciplinary investigation had been opened. Whoa, things are getting serious. The party wants to get to the bottom of this controversy and ensure that its candidates uphold the values and integrity they stand for. So, my viewers, what do you make of this scandal? Should Paris Coulson have been suspended? Or do you believe in the power of forgiveness and second chances? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to stay up to date with all the latest scandals and controversies. Until next time, keep it real, stay away from toxic influencers, and always fact check before you hit that retweet button. Bye bye.